that wants to fight us, because you just kind of die in combat.
It's true. It's a true story. So, that being said, is there anything else, anyone that I missed, anything that you wanted to see, any scene that you wanted to have before we arrive at Sorn? Okay, cool.
The only other thing I would like to do is send an email to, oh my god, what's the guy I'm talking to from
it was
about the contract.
General. No, it wasn't Commander Hartfield. Commander Hartfield was your contact.
Correct.
He referred you to a general. I do not remember his.
I think I have it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely. You sent an email to him to relay the message that like I'm on my way back and I'll be there soon. Or like.
Oh, no, it was Commander Hartfield. I have Commander Hartfield has possession of my other rifle.
Oh, maybe he said he was going to bring it up the chain. That's probably what he said he was going to do.
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Perfect. Then I can just make up a name. For the general you're going to make contact with. Yeah, so you send a mail to Commander Hartfield, and you probably write it in present tense, right? Because it's going to get transferred the second you get into system.
Yeah.
Just saying that, like, I'm here and, like, I'm ready to meet. Is everything good? Like, do you need anything from me? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, just kind of like, I'll be here over the next couple of days while my ship and crew get restocked. If you've had a chance to bring up the rifle, blah, 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 whatever, I'll have time to meet anytime over the next couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, remember the ship is really fucked up.
That's one thing I want to get fixed over here.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you come out of drill space into the gravity well, you Go-Go, I need you to roll me a vehicle space check. But this time it's actually with dexterity.
Wait, I got space check. I assume it's me. What do I need to do?
Vehicle space with dexterity.
Okay, vehicle space.
This is gonna be your reaction time in this moment.
Wait, reaction time to what? I think I missed something
important. Jordan, you cut out for like a solid 2 seconds.
I specifically didn't say what.
Oh,
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everything went really quiet for a bit.
Yeah, but you did cut out for a solid 2 seconds.
Sorry. Okay. So as you come out of drill space, luckily Go-Go, you're the one in the cockpit as you do that, and the view screen is immediately lit up with a giant hulk of metal that is like drifting in space directly in your path. And just in time, you pull the ship, you bank it around, and you're able to avoid the giant hunk of metal. And as everybody kind of like, the gravity dampeners have to like catch up really quick, so everybody kind of gets jostled by that. And as you come to and you straighten out again, we get like the overview shot of it's a graveyard out here. It's very clear that the Kuchera Syndicate has made more than just that one attack that one time, because there is just ship debris littered for almost as far as your sensors can reach. And that was obviously not like that before. But now that you're over the shock, you can safely navigate through the debris field. It just takes a little bit longer to kind of weave in and out.
Yeah, I think Go-Go just lets out a low whistle.
Yeah.
I would like to turn on our comms.
Is it me cutting out? I'm sorry. I think it's me cutting out. Hello?
It seems our comms aren't working.
Seems Discord's tired or something.
Yeah, maybe it is Discord. I don't know. Devin, you said you like to turn on comms. Continue.
Yeah, I'd like to just keep comms open in case there's like an SOS being put out, because I don't know how old this combat is. So
yeah, absolutely. Cool. Dr. Fisher, can you roll me a computer's intelligence check, please? Okay.
Okay.
So, the comms are open, and you don't hear anything specific coming from the comms, Fortune. But, Dr. Fisher, you get a blip from the communications terminal that you're sitting at. And let me move Fortune out of the driver's seat here. You get a blip on the communications panel, and there appears to be two ships moving in towards your position from almost directly in front of you. And it appears that they were hiding behind, like, in all the debris. But you notice them in time. But with your 9, you also recognize the make and model. So they are quite obviously, to your eye, they're Kuchera Syndicate Manta class fighters. You can recognize that immediately. And they're moving in quickly to intercept you. So you have a moment to warn the rest of the crew so they can prepare and not be surprised by them.
Guys, we better watch out as I pull it up on the screen.
I jump behind the guns.
Yeah, and I'm gonna move everybody over here. We're gonna have a little combat. So there's two Manta class fighters that are within, like, they're gonna be within range on their turn, basically. And so now that they've got you like this, now obviously you're everybody's default setting is to run away, which is totally acceptable. Totally acceptable. But
the ship is already in such rough shape.
Yeah, it is.
What option do we have but to lose him in the field of debris? Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not only that, but, like, even pushing the ship further might do just as much damage, right? So, why don't I'm gonna pull up the rules here because we're still using the Skyward Steel because I don't like the revised edition too much. Although if I change anything, it might be that. I haven't gone into it deeply, but it does look pretty good for the space combat. So I want to go over again very quickly all of the crew points that you have available, because that is important. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. Nope. Oh no, it's okay. Ooh, we did it. So, who has athletics?
I do.
What is it at?
1. Yeah, 1. No, sorry, 0. What?
Is that a 0? Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have athletics any higher than that? Okay. Get 1 crew point for that. Alright, so, who has combat gunnery? That's you, right, Gogo?
Man, Discord's being really bad for me right now.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's bad.
Gogo, you have combat gunnery?
Hell yeah, I have 1.
Okay, you get a 1 for that. I'm gonna talk a little louder just in case it's my noise gate and I haven't noticed it. Computers. Who has computers and what is it at?
Was that another cut?
Oh my god, yeah, it's getting really bad.
It must be my internet, I guess. I don't know.
No, it's for everybody. Like, I think I hear
Everyone's cutting out. Yeah.
Oh, I can hear everybody fine, like perfectly okay.
Oh, well. I don't know what it is then.
So what were you asking for, Jordan?
Computers. Who has computers?
I.
Okay, now it's cutting out. Okay. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. That's okay. We're gonna make it through it.
Cut out there for me.
I have a 1 in computer.
Thank you.
I have a 1 in computer. There we go. It got through.
Oh, that was. All right. Who has
Oh my
culture
God.
spacer?
That's hilarious.
I think both Fortune
I
and I
have
do.
a 0.
0.
I have a 0, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we all do. Okay.
1 for that.
Everybody's got a 0.
Who has exosuit? That's you, right?
Mm.
Oscar?
Yeah, I got a 0 on it.
Oh, only a 0? I thought you had more than that.
Only goes up to 1. And I don't have power armor, so I never invested.
All right. Leadership.
0.
Next is navigation. That's you, right, Gogo?
I got 2.
Hey, we get 2 points for that one. And then tech astronautics. Okay. And then
Wait, what did you ask for?
tech astronautics. Tech astronauts. Tech astronauts. Tech astronauts. Tech astronauts. Tech astronauts. Tech astronauts. Did it go through that last time?
Yeah.
I caught that last one and a half.
0. I have a 0 in tech astronautics. I don't know if that matters.
Okay. Tactics.
I have a
Yeah,
1.
yeah. Got a 2.
Ooh, a 2. There's another 2 for us. And vehicle space. That's you, right, Gogo? How much you got?
2.
Right. So there's your available number of crew points for you. And you have 2 of the fighters bearing down upon you. So I'm going to open up this. Why doesn't everybody go ahead and roll me some initiative? Remember to pull up your little ship combat guides there. Make it official.
Trying, but I can't find my token.
Yeah.
They're all in the
Oh,
cockpit.
they're all at the bridge.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I moved you all to your appropriate places.
Wow, I straight up rolled a 1.
You know who also rolled a 1?
Oh, Fisher.
All right, so got some fighters there now that are engaging with you, and I'm gonna roll their initiative.
Why do they look so much cooler than me?
They're not. Don't worry. What?
Okay. Gain a crew point.
Okay, good. They got the jump on you.
God.
So, as I did a computer's roll to discover these ships,
Mm-hmm.
what is their weaponry? And
Ah,
such?
okay, yeah, good call. So they're both outfitted with multifocal lasers, the same as you, basically. So they're
lasers, not ammo weapons.
correct. Lasers, not ammo weapons. Yep. They're actually probably a little bit better outfitted than some of the other stuff you've fought with ammo before. As far as weaponry is concerned, they're fighters, and I think that the other thing you can know about this is that you know that they don't operate solo. Like, these fighters are not designed for like drill space travel. So, with that being said, Fortune, you're the first to react. They're in range if you wanted to do something.
I sure do.
Yeah. So let's look at your fancy dancy card here.
I want to do engine burn.
Is that which one is that under?
Gunnery.
The gunnery chief engine burn. So
Yep.
let's look at that.
It's I target their engines. If I hit, their speed is reduced by 1 for the duration of the fight.
That's pretty good. Okay, cool. So you got to spend 2 CP for it. But it's difficulty 7 combat gunnery check with intelligence.
The only thing I don't like about all this is intelligence.
Yeah. I think that.
Can't Fisher give you something for that?
Yeah, but he's going first.
Red Bull. I don't know, man.
A packet of Mentos.
That is a pass and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Nice, cool. Yeah. So you hit one of them. Now it still does damage, I believe, right? I don't think it avoids the damage.
It doesn't say either way.
Yeah. If a shot hits, you still do the damage. Cool. So why don't you go ahead and roll me, if you open up the what do we call it? Freight to McFreight face. And under the multifocal laser, it should have a little roll button. Actually, I think we're supposed to do that anyway, but... Oh, if the shot hits.
Correct.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, duh. I got it now.
What's AC?
The AC of these ships, at their current rate of speed... This is the other thing, too, about speed, right? It makes your, ship
Harder to hit.
Harder to hit, yeah. So their current... They currently have an AC of 3. Mostly because they're small and fast.
And then PC attack bonus, that's
your character's attack bonus. So for you, it's... what is it right now? You know, actually, I gotta look into something because there is a way to pull this from characters.
yeah, my attack bonus is 3.
Yep.
Am I remembering space combat wrong in that, like, we just decide who goes first and then all of us just decide what order we do things in? Am I, like, crazy?
That's Star Wars.
No, that's the way we were doing it too.
No, I'm fairly certain that's what we're
Because
doing here, too.
we as a ship could go all at the same time, and them as a ship can go all at the same time. So, like, between the
Oh.
different chiefs, it didn't matter who went first. It just mattered that we all went before they all went, or whatnot.
Because, like, I remember, like, doing stuff to
Phases.
set up other people. Because, like, there would have been stuff that we could have done to, like, set up his gunnery to make it better. Like, I don't know, I just remember
I must be remembering it wrong then.
I mean, we can keep doing this. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Let's go with this for now. But I'll look it up for sure.
Wow, Discord's
we,
amazing.
Yeah.
Do we want to take 5 and
No. Keep going like
take a
this,
peek
and I'll look
back
it up.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going like this. I'll look it up.
And then
Yeah.
for
I mean,
my attribute modifier, what's my attribute that I'm using?
In this case, it would be intelligence. That's what you're. Oh no, I'm sorry. It would be dexterity because you're aiming. The reason why the other one's intelligence, by the way, is because you have to figure out how to aim at the engines. Like, that's
Okay.
intelligence based. The shot itself is dexterity based.
So if we do determine that we're all going at once, I'd like to retroactively do something for fortune.
Fortunately, have you got that roll yet?
No.
Hey, there you go. Nice.
Yeah. That was a crit.
Oh, it's only 1d4. I forgot we're dealing with ships.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna restart Discord and see if that doesn't fix this, because it's really bad right now.
I doubt that it's going to do anything.
So,
Yeah.
your shot hits, and you see, like, flames coming out of the, or smoke, at least, coming out of the engines. You've slowed that ship down by 1. Certainly. And you dealt some hefty damage to it, but it is not down. Cool. Minus. It is not down yet, but it is damaged. Also, because I was just looking at it.
I guess the question for the crew is, what are we actually going to do? Well, shooting them is good. Are we going to try to take them out, or are we going to try to run away?
I would-
Yeah,
think we can stand and fight this. I mean, it was good to shoot them to slow them down so that we can escape more easily, but
Plus, you identified the class as a type of ship that isn't capable of being out here without support. So they're not the only ones.
Yeah. Okay.
So
run and gun and try to escape seems to be like take pot shots, but get out of here.
Yeah, get as close to Westwind as possible. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
So actually, you were mostly correct. Everything acts simultaneously in space combat.
Yeah, and I think that we did it where like we both did like a piloting check just to see who would be able to act.
That's during
first.
the chase. During a chase, like if you once you get to go,
right,
during a chase. Yeah. So the deal is, if Fortune had blown up that ship, it still would have gotten its turn because everything happens simultaneously in space combat. According to this, at least. So anyway, everybody else can continue with what they want to do. So let's figure out what everybody else wants to do, and I'm just going to put this up here. I'm gonna put a 10 because that's what Fortune rolled. So who you want to retroactively do something? You want to make it cheaper for him to fire?
Yeah,
I assume.
Basically,
yeah.
It doesn't practically. It doesn't matter because I assume that Gogo is going to make some sort of check, but just being that it's the first action, I think probably, Oscar gets on comms and, well, actually, who is even... Oh my god, everyone's dead. What is Chan even doing right now?
No, Chan's probably where he's supposed to be, but...
Oh my god. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
so Oscar
Chan
gets...
in the engine room.
He sure is.
He is.
Oscar like gets on comms and he says, he says, Chan, route power to, like, real quick, route power to Fortune. Prior to him actually.
Okay, so you want to do the all power to the guns?
Yeah, all
option?
power.
Yeah,
all power
okay, cool.
guns.
So why don't you roll that charisma? Wait, hold on, sorry. What is this one? This one is wisdom tactics. So you're gonna roll a wisdom tactics check, and you get a six or higher. Oh, actually, it's all increased by 1 because you're a frigate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 7 or higher, and you successfully reduce the cost of that shot that Fortune took. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So one of them is reduced down 1 speed.
That's 2 points back. Sweet.
Cool. All right. So who's next? Who wants to go next? Comm officer? Comm officer? Who's next? Who's next?
Okay.
Got it.
Hello. I think we got it. I want to trim the course at some point, but if comms officer thinks they could do something to set that up, I would be totally cool with that. I don't know what those are.
I'll be able to do something after the first full exchange of fire, but for now, all I can do is make sure that they have a less chance to hit at the cost of 3 points.
Well, Chan could like more power to engines you or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because engineer, right? Yeah, so I guess have him do that.
Yeah, so he could.
Did he already act this turn though?
No, he didn't. That was narrative.
Matt did.
Yeah, that was narrative.
I was
Matt.
just trying to explain because Oscar doesn't know how to computers.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a security system.
So yeah, more power to engines is going to be the engine snipes. It's a 7 difficulty tech astronautics intelligence check for Chan, and it'll increase the ship speed by 1. So, and Chan tech astronautics with intelligence.
Okay, yeah. So that is kind of my question. Do we want to penalize their chance of hitting us, or I can make them both slower.
Make them both slower.
Yeah, slower.
All right. Then for 3 points for me.
And how many points did that cost for Chan?
2.
Yeah, I'm using Phantom Course.
Got it.
Okay. So for 3 points, I need a difficulty 7.
Okay.
To pass this.
This is Phantom Course.
The best thing is apparently stream is hearing everything totally fine.
Yeah.
So like, when
Yeah.
Well, that's in line with Jordan saying that
hear it.
everything was cool for him. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I successfully pass, which means enemy ships take -1 to any maneuverability.
Yeah, so that's going to be important for when we do the end of turn chase round, right? Because I'm remembering now. Everyone does their action, but then at the end of the round, if you're trying to escape Gogo, you roll competitive rolls, and whoever gets higher moves 1 place up, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Until we
if-
get
if-
a
so-
certain number away,
Either
and
in
then-
Yes,
range or out of
correct.
range.
You have to get a certain number away, and then they
Right.
can't catch you anymore.
Right, I got you.
Yeah. So that will be helpful for you. But that's a success. Great. So they get a -1 on that roll when it goes against you, which is fantastic. So last but not least, Gogo. Pilot. Trim the course. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, I'm gonna trim the course now.
Okay, cool. So it's a difficulty 7. Dexter or intelligence vehicle space because it's a frigate. No problem.
Yeah.
Cool. So spend the 2 CP, and you get +1 speed, right? That's what that does?
I think
No,
so.
it's just up 1. So it increases its speed by 1 for the round.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, you guys are now matching their speed. Well, you're matching the speed of
Move the crew
one of
points, or
them.
do I need to do that?
You can move the crew points, 2 of them down there. So you've accelerated, you've pushed the engines hard enough that you are now equal in speed in them because they're fast. They're fast ships. Because that's what fighters do. But one of them's damaged, so he actually has an even less bonus against them. So I'm gonna roll their attacks here, and we're going to see if they hit.
But in terms of fairness,
Your AC 1 tech bonus 1. Oh.
Yeah, vehicle speed, right?
Yeah. I did the math in my head and then got all the way there. So AC is 6. This 1. Speed is 5. Okay, so the first one misses.
okay.
6. Second one hits. However, you guys have some armor.
Used to.
Used to, yeah. So the armor in this scenario reduces, I believe it reduces damage. That's how armor works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, our armor is 2.
okay, cool. So you only take 1 damage from that.
Got it.
Job. So that is their attack. So now at the end of the turn, we all roll our rolls against each other. So Gogo, it's vehicle space plus the vehicle space plus your intelligence, right? It uses intelligence in this scenario. But you also get to add your speed, which is currently 5. So in the other modifier, put 5. go.
Okay, so I'm rolling a vehicle space with intelligence plus 5. Is that what you
Correct. Yep.
said?
Yep.
Okay.
That's correct.
We're working off like half sentences here to get everything
No,
to go.
I'm
Sorry,
like
sorry.
trying to
We're
put it
totally
together.
playing telephone
I'm trying
here.
really hard.
Okay, the first one of theirs gets a 10. Second one of theirs.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gone by.
Bye forever, bye.
They both get 10s. Wow. That is a significantly higher speed.
Yeah, we're almost
Um,
like double their speed.
Like real close to double.
Yeah, I think with that I'll definitely give you two escapes. So you need one more escape, one more victory to
Okay.
get out completely.
So I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to shout on the comms, turn off all gun systems as I use.
Wait, what?
Legit reaction of.
They're too far to shoot anyway, Fortune.
They're still
Yeah,
technically engaged with you.
Yeah. I use 4 points to enact silent running. So after a round of some firing, we can't fire at them, but neither can they target us, and we gain +2 to all maneuver skill checks.
Ooh. All right, so it's difficulty 8. Computer intelligence
Mm-hmm.
check.
And I've still got a reroll.
Still have your reroll. Oof.
Yes.
You made it though. Cool. So Fortune, you like whip the guns around to the back, right? Getting ready to fire, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and like it does the ship does that thing where like all the lights turn off,
Click,
and then
click, click.
yeah, all the lights turn off, and then just the red emergency lights turn on, and everything gets really, really quiet and silent. As you you probably like bank around a big piece of debris as that happens. But it is a success.
In that case, I'd like to do stand to your guns.
Okay. And what does stand to your guns do?
It'll give us an action point back.
Oh, okay, absolutely. And it's difficulty nothing. You just get to do it. Because you're choosing to use your turn to do that.
No, I
Difficulty
think
1,
it's
but
difficulties. What does it say? On a successful combat gunnery intelligence check against difficulty 7, regain 1 expended crew point. But I don't think there's no bad things that happen if I fail it.
Right, correct. Yeah, I'm
Right,
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
and it's difficulty 8 because all difficulties are increased by 1 because you're on a frigate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so difficulty 8, combat gunnery intelligence. Good call.
I mean, I would have loved to go with what you were telling me, but
Ooh.
no.
Nope. But nothing bad happens. That's the good part.
Correct.
So we still have the captain, the pilot, and the chief engineer. Captain, you want to do something here?
Jeez. So the guns are offline, and I can only effectively help
regain key
the
points.
astrogation department and that. So
Yeah, you can either try and get a crew point back, or give Chan a free move, or give astrogation a free move, basically, or -2 crew points expenditure.
yeah, I think I'll go with it. Astrogation. So
Okay.
Go.
So
Yep.
should Chan try to? She can take more then to get a crew point back, or
I didn't
do you-
catch any of that. And also part of the reason why I'm a little undecisive here is because I'm not even totally sure if I've gone this turn yet.
Same.
So, like,
yeah.
I'm
So here's what's up.
kinda trying to box shadows.
You go and Chan still have to go. You can
Got
make
it.
someone basically get -2 crew points to their things. Because remember, your speed's back down to 3 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna trim the course, which costs 2.
So you should
Yeah.
use it for astrogation. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
So
so
I
Go
think you
and
need
I
to
are
use it
gonna
for me.
conspire there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
There we go. Good.
All right, excellent. So you roll me a difficulty 7 check. It's a whiz tactics roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Gogo, you get -2 crew point expenditure this turn. Do you want to go ahead and roll yours, and then we'll figure out what Chan wants to do?
Go.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Nice,
It's like
cool.
the lowest I can roll,
And
actually.
no expenditure, so it's again a +1 speed. Excellent. And then Chan. So Chan could spend the last 2 points to increase the speed by 1 again, or try to. Or he can try and regain a crew point.
What would I be rolling with this
Or-
next time for a bonus? If
So
it was exactly as is, what would I be rolling?
it'd be a +4.
I
Because
think
that's your speed right now.
the question is, would it be enough to get away from them this round? If so, then we should probably go for it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He can try and give you a +1, or he could go for the slightly harder check, and he could let you get a reroll. Do you already have your reroll for this round still? For this hour?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. God, I don't
Okay.
actually know.
Yeah, I think so. So he could increase the speed by 1 by spending the last 2 crew points if you guys want. That sound good?
Yeah.
We're
yeah,
just trying
yeah.
to get out and do
So difficulty 7, Tech Astronautics Intelligence. Astronautics Intelligence. Yep, he got it. So the speed is now 5.
Woo!
And they get -2 to their rolls. And they can't shoot you this round. So, since they can't shoot and you can't shoot, why don't you go ahead and make that roll, Go-Go, and you still have your reroll.
We gone.
It's not great, though.
2. So the first one, you've
Yeah,
lost.
we're fine.
Nah.
We're fine.
You've lost the first one. And the second one, you've lost the second one.
Hell
Yeah.
Congratulations. So, you weave in and out enough that they lose track of you. Their sensors can't pick you up anymore. You're running silent. They can't see you. And you burst through the edge of the debris and fire your way towards Sorn. We are no longer in combat.
And now they get made fun of for the rest of their career because they lost a frigate and a fighter.
A heavily damaged frigate.
Yeah, fucked up frigate, let's be honest.
Like the ugliest frigate that they've ever chased.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job, guys. Cool.
Hype.
So, now, here, you all make it back to Sorn without any other issues. When you arrive, you can see that the docking ports are almost at capacity. In fact, you probably have to wait for docking clearance before you're able to do it. Also, you can see that most of the station that surrounds Sorn, because there's obviously a bunch of giant shipyards, because it's the home of Westwind, but around most of those, there are no civilian vehicles. It appears that some of the shipyards have been specifically designated now to only work on military vehicles. So the bottleneck is coming from when you guys are trying to get into one of the civilian ports. But eventually you do, and you dock, and you bring the ship in, and it rattles and is very, very damaged. And you've made it. Congratulations.
Everyone's gawking at the fact that we actually made it here in this ship.
Yeah, the ship is beat all to hell. I mean, you guys are at less than half hit points on the ship. Just mechanically, so you guys are aware, it's about 1,000 credits per hit point to repair the ship.
Well aware.
Okay. As long as you guys are well aware. But you are about to make bank.
Hopefully.
Fingers
Um,
crossed.
So,
Because we got shot by a half a dozen tanks to bring this girl back.
Oh
right,
no,
He
the tank.
limped
Not what
across
I'm
the
concerned about.
galaxy.
Hold on, who got shot at? I
I'm
believe that was me.
I'm going to impress upon our contract holder the fact that we got attacked by a security system that they had in place and knew about and sent us to that home to get someone out of it.
True.
Also assassin children.
Mm.
And demon pets.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, with the group of you having arrived back at Sorn, with all of your parts where they're supposed to be, I might add.
Yay!
More or less.
To be back on safe ground, in air quotes. I believe everybody probably needs a stiff drink, but no time for that. There's work to be done. So what's the first step that everybody takes once you are out of the frying pan, as it were?
Fortune gets pretty.
Oh, really? You're gonna get all dressed up?
I've got a couple of business meetings to attend to, and I need to look good while doing those.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, you get a reply message probably at some point while you're traveling towards, the station, and Commander Hartfield messages you back, and he says that you can meet him with General Miskovic. So General Miskovic is the General Miskovic is the essentially like the army contingent of Westwind, the ground force contingent of Westwind, in charge of like weapons development. So he says he set up a meeting. It'll be later today, whenever you want to go to it. They'll be ready for you. And also it's in a location of the giant Westwind station that you've never been to before. It is in like the restricted personnel area that the contractors such as yourself don't get access to. And like you're aware that this place exists, but you've obviously never been allowed in, and you get detailed instructions for what to say to like the receptionist to get your visitor key card. Somebody will come retrieve you and then bring you exactly to your meeting place. There's probably like a digital NDA that you have to sign before your badge can be issued to you. So you have that as well. Like that's all forwarded to you from Commander Hartfield.
So I have something because I don't have a badge. What do I have?
So you get a message back, right, that has some documentation for you to digitally sign and send back that will get you your badge access when you get to the authorized personnel area. And then somebody's going to come retrieve you, they'll bring you in, you have like the visitor badge. But essentially if you take the time to read through the little thing that you're signing, it's basically an NDA. Like you're not allowed to talk about anything that you see in here, and if you do, we can, come down on you with the force of reckoning, etc., etc.
Got it.
It's your typical NDA stuff, right?
Yep.
So you get that. Oscar, you get a message because you've been the main point of contact for Amelia's mission, right? So you get a message as well that the benefactor is what they call the individual. The benefactor is on his way to the station now to retrieve her. And then you get very explicit instructions to ensure that the cargo is sealed and is not distributed amongst the populace. Is like how it's written.
That is a very curious way to phrase that.
Yeah, it's very specifically curated to be that way.
Yeah. Where is this meeting place?
They say they'll meet you on your ship. They don't
Okay.
want anything to do with doing a transaction anywhere else but on your ship.
Okay, I just needed to be refreshed on that.
Yep. Oh no, that's in the message that you get.
Yep. So he fires back off like cargo contained on ship.
Right, absolutely. Gogo, you also get a message by the time you get here from Fizz. Now, it is not a reply to your message. It is almost as if your message passed, amongst the stars together, as in he was thinking of you, so he sends a message, and you were thinking of him, so you sent a message. So like you're kind of doing a thing where when you're talking to somebody like via text, when like you're having two different conversations, but like you're on one conversation, the other person's answering the first conversation, and then you answer the second conversation and they're answering the first conversation again. That's kind of how it's going between the two of you. And your message is very sweet and loving, but also details that he's got mission orders that are going to take him away for a couple of weeks. And he specifically says to you, he says, I can't really say where, but just understand that I think, how does he word this in his weird country way? Okay. So he says, you can almost hear him say it through the message. He says, well, darling, sometimes you just gotta break the chicken's neck right beneath the head. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Take that for what you will. And, he expresses all of his love and how much he misses you and how much he can't wait to see you again, and, etc., ad nauseum. I can write it out for you if you want.
Okay, well, I assume that breaking of a chicken's neck doesn't have to do with me, and then I heard ad nauseum, and that's about it. So if you actually want to type it out to me what it actually says, that'd be great, so I could actually
That's
hear what
about
the
the
message
gist
was.
of it.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have to.
Oh man. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna type
No,
it to
just
you.
type it. It's fine. It's totally fine. I got it.
Man, Discord's so awesome.
Oh man, it's really bad. It's rough.
We've had such good luck with Discord though in the past. This
We
is
really
the first time
And
that
I mean,
they
the first half was totally fine. It's just all of a sudden it just like decided to slow down and stuff.
And now it's gonna work the whole time he's typing, so I hear every button.
Yeah, right, of course.
But
you
while
know,
he's
well,
talking, it's not gonna work.
Got it. You tracking now? Everything good. I gave you the literal cliff notes.
Got it. Perfect. That's all I need to know. Short and sweet.
Good. Obviously his is like very detailed, but also he's not the best writer either, so it's like repetitive. So you get that message, which is interesting because Westwind has been purely defending like forever. Like that's
right. The fact that they're now going on the offense worries me.
right. Yeah, the whole war has been Westwind defending, but now he apparently has some mission that is the opposite of that. So there you go. Now, did you send a message to Dr. Zinnia?
Yeah, I would have immediately upon not being
Sure.
shot at by
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
ships. But it totally starts off with like in the title or whatever of the email, like directly from Commander Hartfield, like that kind of a thing.
Sure.
Just to try to like get it through a little bit farther.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically, giving her General has orders. There's a specific patient who has very serious damage to, and then I'd lay it out, be like, we need your assistance immediately at possible. We will be in route, post, etc.
I swear, if you ruin my business deal because you're just throwing out names that I'm gonna be pissed.
Name
So,
dropping.
So I think that by the time you're arriving at the station, you do get a reply from Dr. Zinnia, or you get a reply that says from the office of Dr. Zinnia, right? So like maybe she wrote it, maybe it's her assistant.
Whatever.
But it is simply like all requisitions for assistance need to be brought through proper channels. Unfortunately, Commander Hartfield does not reside within the chain of command. If you have need for expedited service, have the commander fill out you know, it probably has like 2 or 3 different forms for the commander to fill out and forward them to this this area. If your situation is time sensitive, please locate the nearest ER and report to there. So like you've hit a bureaucratic wall, and I think for Gogo this is interesting because usually this is what Boomer does. Like Boomer would just fake all the documents and then you guys would be good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that a sad mm-hmm? It sounded...
Yes?
Oh, I made myself sad.
Yeah, so you've hit some bureaucratic red tape, which is understandable for a woman in her position, right? She can't just like drop everything that she's doing and come help some random person who she doesn't even know, that isn't even technically part of the military.
Dropping names from some part of the military that doesn't have anything to do with her.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Listen, Gogo doesn't know how the military works, okay?
Yeah, so perhaps to be continued on that.
Cough, 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 cough.
Yeah, Dr. Fisher.
Hello.
You receive an instant message, like somebody's attempting to live communicate with you, not an email. And it simply says, "Is it acquired?"
God, it's been a month. I've forgotten absolutely everything.
Hold on.
Thank you.
You know, that thing. That was the
That really important thing that I was going to get. Yeah, I think I just reply received shall be transferred location.
Yeah, I think it says no. See you soon.
Well, welp, but that's fine. Delete message.
Yeah, you delete all the messages off the compad. But yeah, it's rare that you have a face to face, but this seems important enough that they're coming to you. Like, it's not like, come meet me here. They're like, no, we need to come to you immediately. So
yeah, after they send that, I just delete the message.
Okay, cool, absolutely. So the last scene I want here is not that one, surprisingly, because that was a good one. The last scene I want here is Fortune. So Fortune, you go through, you understand bureaucratic red tape at least a little bit. You know, the mercenary company, the Claris mercenaries, are not immune to it, even though they are mercenaries. They're far more militarized and official than that. So you get up to the receptionist and you hand in all your paperwork and everything goes good, and then you get your little clearance. It's like a physical badge, and it's like, imagine it like a typical military ID with like the chip or whatever, but it's got like a big red V that's kind of painted on it that kind of like goes in between the letters and stuff, right? To indicate that you're a visitor. All very official. And you wait a few minutes in the lobby area, and you see there are 2 guards that come out. That are armed, and flanking them is a clearly like a research scientist of some sort. He's got a lab coat on, but his sleeves are rolled up, and you can see that he has like a bunch of like work related smudges and stuff on his hands. He clearly likes to get his hands dirty. And he says, "Are you Fortune?" Are you Fortune, boy?
Sorry. I would have asked, would well, not that, but would it have been said that I can't bring any other weapons with me?
Yeah, you're not allowed to bring weapons here.
Okay, because I was going to ask if I could bring my weapons carrier and put two more of the test weapons in it.
So if you would have been cleared to like bring more development stuff in, yes.
Okay, then I would bring
no personal arms.
Yeah, my APW DCC, and I'd put 2 more rifles in there to display.
Yep, absolutely. So this guy comes over and he's like, "Are you fortune boy?"
I am.
Aye, come with me.
Followed.
Yeah, and so as you enter into the door, you enter into like the more dimly lit. And you can see as you walk through, there's a bunch of labs, there's a bunch of scientists and a bunch of smart guys, and then you get in, like you pass through another set of doors, and you can tell they're like reinforced plasteel, like they could probably survive a tank shot. That's how thick they are. And as you get to the other side, it's a weapons testing area, and you see that there are a bunch of weapons being tested, and immediately, actually, roll me a tactics roll with intelligence.
Would I maybe need to roll this at disadvantage because of all the awesome weapons?
No, I think you're fine.
Tactics with intelligence?
Yes. Okay. Basic success is enough to get this. So in this compound, there is a mixture of not only human, but also Ton soldiers. And you see 2 groups of them who are training on like a larger, like simulated, like probably like hollow simulated field. And you can see there are Ton soldiers who are instructing human soldiers, and then on the other side you can see there are human structures who are instructing Ton soldiers. It appears to be like training grounds where they're mixing tactics here, which falls in line with other things that we know as a group, that some of us know as a group at least. In addition to that, as you continue to walk down, you find that there is there's a weapon emplacement station where that's clear they're like detaching, they're testing like different types of vehicle weapons, and you see a couple of weapons of which you have no idea what they are. Like you look at them and it's like maybe vaguely a 50 cal, but it's all wrong. Like it's all different. And you're actually in the room in one of these fires, and you see the flashes of like this neon green light as these bolts fly out, and they hit the target, and the target begins to like disintegrate and melt away. And you've never seen anything like that before. So eventually you get to the meeting area, you get to like the offices and stuff, and you see Commander Hartfield, and you greet him, and with someone with their back turned to you is in the room, and as Commander Hartfield like introduces you, he says to you, he's like, I'm sorry, Fortune, I couldn't tell you exactly who you were meeting with. I apologize, but this is too important, I think.
Okay.
And as this individual turns around, we all recognize him to be the mysterious psychic that we've seen a couple of times, with the scar that kind of comes down. He's dressed like a commissar, basically, with like the full flap button down. He's got the hat, and he's got the shoulder pads as well. And he says to you, he says, "Greetings, Fortune. I've been watching your progress for some time. I'd like to say that, well, I am quite excited to begin the next step in our process together." And my computer is freaking out right now. I apologize if none of you can hear me.
No,
No,
you're
it cut
clear.
out.
Okay, good. Coming in clear. Like it. And he says to you, he's like, "My name is Lloyd. Lloyd Martin. And it is a pleasure. And as he extends his hand, we can see like the giant baseball mitt size hand, right, that we've seen a couple of times, like holding the whiskey glass and just in shadows. And he steps forward, and you can see that he has underneath the hat, he has a circle, like a circlet tattoo that kind of runs across the top of his forehead. And directly in the center is this blue gemstone. And it's not just, like, placed there. It seems to be, like, embedded in his head. Because you can see the skin, like, kind of melds around it. And it's shaped roughly like a diamond. And it seems to catch all of the light that strikes it. And he extends his hand to shake yours. And I assume you do the same.
Sure.
Yeah. And as you do, he offers you to sit and sits down across from you. And he says, "So, let's talk about this mission of yours." And that's where we end.
I'm here.
What did you say, Fortune?
Hey, there you are.
Hi. What did you say, Fortune?
I said, I'm here to sell a rifle, sir.
Yeah. Well, you can tell him that next week.
Yeah.
That seems to not be what he has brought you here for.
Apparently.
Although he'll probably make that deal happen too. We'll see.
Fortune's very confused right now.
As he should be.
I'm ghost feeling for my revolver because I need some comfort right now.
Yeah, your hand's just like resting on the holster out of habit.
Feeling a little underdressed.
No, Fortune cleans up real nice.
No, this goes back to the age-old joke of formal attire.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. So, everybody can have 1,500 experience for surviving. For those of you that had missions like return property safely, etc., return Amelia safely, etc., we'll count those as completed for when we come next week. So if you want to think of new ones to have, there's not a whole lot of complications that come with that, unless you guys create them, and then we'll figure it out from there.
I don't intend to, but then again, that depends how the meeting goes with whoever is picking her up.
Yeah, totally.
For the record, I had been counting that one under my recurring advanced war effort one because that was a mission we took essentially.
Yeah, to do that.
From that, yeah.
Totally. All right, cool. So, thank you all for being here. It was good to play again.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah. So next week, 14th. Everybody good for the 14th? Good, great, awesome.
I need to speak with Jordan.
Hi.
Hello?
Hey. Yeah,
Yes.
everything was broken up there.
Yeah. Hopefully Discord will be better
Jeez.
next time.
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
After you're away, goodbye message Jordan. We need to talk real quick.
Okay. So I'm going to do outro. Thank you all for being here. It was wonderful to play again, and we'll come back next week and play some more. How's that sound?
Yeah, and
Sounds
yell at Discord until it fixes itself.
Yeah, it's AGTQ's fault.
Deal.
It's just, I mean, it's
Somehow it's yeah.
Listen, they're soaking up all of the internet, Matt. All of it. All of it is being soaked up by AGTQ, and that's why Discord isn't working.
Fair enough.
Possible.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. We'll
Bye,
see-
streamers.
Yeah, goodbye. All right, everyone. Thank you all for being here. It's been a wonderful time today. I'm glad everybody. I saw some new faces, saw some old faces. I'm glad you all could be here. It's been it's our first session back from a long break, so I'm really happy that you guys are here. And I'm really happy to be playing Stars Without Number again. It's really fun, as always. So next week we'll continue our mission with episode number 10, season 2. So from all of us to you, have a wonderful night, wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, day, wherever you are in the world when you're watching this. And as always, Your dice roll high or low depending on your need. Don't try it.